It is absolutely rare for President Ruto to praise those who criticize him. But here is a new twist. He praised his predecessor who literally launched stinging criticism of his government and told people, you know what, I warned you against electing my successor. This is just another day with Owen Analysis. In Kiswahili they say, ukistaajabu ya Musa utaona ya Firauni. And here are ya Firauni. First, during Jubilee NDC, this is what President Uhuru said. Everything we built has been destroyed. So this was a blistering attack on Ruto's administration. And President Uhuru went ahead to state this.
In the last general election, I endeavored to pass this message. Unfortunately, it fell on deaf ears and was lost in the noise of insults, character assassinations, myths and stories of dynasties and hustlers, and so on. Yeah. Today, many of the gains we had in the past have been eroded. Linda Mama and others replaced by new, untried, untested schemes. And while we wait for these experiments to work, Kenyans suffer and our progress is retarded. As we continue to dwell in rhetoric rather than in progress, we repeat the mistakes of the past. Indeed, today, some of the truths we spoke of yesterday have become the reality check of today, while some of the myths and falsehoods have become the nightmare that many are living.
Hear me out, folks. The bone of contention here is one on Linda Mama and many other programs that President Uhuru started. But when President Ruto took over, he dismantled them all. And in his own description, President Uhuru says what President Ruto replaced whatever he initiated with are untried and untested schemes. This was stinging. This was blistering, and he went ahead to say that we allowed rhetoric, the political rhetoric or empty rhetoric, cover truth. But at the end of it, who are suffering is actually the common mwananchi. That's the point. But Ruto's allies went at President Uhuru, attacked him left, right, and center. And people expected that when President Ruto jets back from the US, he would continue those personal attacks on his predecessor. But he did not do that. Instead, he became magnanimous, as he says in this video.
And maybe use this occasion to the defense of my former boss.
This is unprecedented in Kenyan politics. Folks, continue listening to President Ruto,
the former president, to defend him that we should be a bit magnanimous to him. He did time, led our country, and the Linda Mama program was a great program. We developed it under the Jubilee administration, under the leadership of President Uhuru. We learned a lot from the Linda Mama program. And because of the experiences, because of the lessons learned from the Linda Mama program, we designed the Linda Jamii program, which was an improvement from the Linda Mama program. So Linda Mama was good. Linda Jamii is obviously better. And therefore, it is an improvement from what it was in terms of the scope, from just delivery of mothers, which was the primary target of Linda Mama. We've now improved it to cover prenatal, before the delivery, postnatal, the delivery itself, postnatal, and it's no longer targeting mama. It is targeting jamii, mama plus the children plus the household. The figures have also increased in terms of benefits. Actually, the figures have doubled from 2,000, between 2,000 and 2,500 to now 10,000 to 30,000. So we have enhanced the program, but we must accept that we learned the lessons from Linda Mama. That's why we designed a better Linda Jamii program.
Folks, I don't want to go into Linda Jamii versus Linda Mama debate, because that debate online, it is raging. And looking at the responses, people are in defense of Linda Mama. People are saying that Linda Jamii is not as effective as Linda Mama, because Linda Jamii requires that mothers pay some money, but for Linda Mama, it was free. That is the thing. And I've heard it from mothers, those who are just delivering or expectant, or those who have observed how Linda Mama was important to their families, to their relatives, to their friends. And they said it was good. In fact, they say it was better. Compared to Linda Jamii, Linda Mama was definitely better. Away from Linda Mama versus Linda Jamii debate, let me inform you this, that 2027 is just closer, and President Ruto knows that you'll be seeking re-election. So he doesn't want, to launch any blistering attacks on his predecessor, because that will perhaps make things worse for him. Remember this?
Nataka nimuombe rais wetu wa Kenya, tafadhali bwana rais, you shouldn't be the source of threats in Kenya. Wacha kutisha wa Kenya. Kazi yako ni kuhakikisha kwamba Wakenya wote wako salama. Wacha kutuambia ya kwamba tutakujua wewe ni rais. Sisi ndio tulikuchagua na tulikuchagua uwe rais wa Kenya. Wacha kututisha. Sisi hapana watu wa kutishwa. Kweli ama si kweli? Kweli ama si kweli?
This was during 2022 electioneering period. Things were hot here, and attacks were witnessed, and President Ruto wants to avoid that, especially with his boss, who has his own candidate in 2027. Likely, okay? President Uhuru can still have his candidate, because Matiang'i is here and is eyeing the same seat. So hitting back at his predecessor will force him to become so active in Kenyan politics, especially at this point where he has his preferred presidential candidate. Now, you attack Uhuru, his supporters, especially the likes of Jeremiah Kioni, will attack you. Again, on this other side, Gachagua is also attacking you. That will be too much pressure. So to avoid that, you massage the ego of your predecessor or of your former boss. That will perhaps persuade him to go slow on you. Let's wait and see for how long President Ruto will be magnanimous to his former boss. This is just another day with Owen Analysis.